What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And it is Thursday. You have to forgive me a little bit today. I'm still kind of out of it. I woke up at 4 with sinus pressure. Got up and took some Sudafed. Try to sit up higher in bed so it would drain, but at about 5 o'clock, the headache got so intense it made me nauseous and upchucked some stuff. So I'm just trying to gather myself. Still a little cloudy and cloggy and tired, but that's all right. Still gotta get the work done, and hey, I don't have to leave the house and go work for anybody, right? I can still get stuff done while I'm not feeling 100%. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Adrian seems to be getting sloppier and sloppier with what he's doing down here, so might be time to have a talk with him. He's leaving trash just hang, not organizing the bins anymore, not even pushing the boxes all the way back in the thing. They were sticking out like halfway. You're going to tilt that whole thing forward if you do that. His girlfriend's in town, so he tries and rushes too quick so he can go and hang out with her. So I'm going to have to talk with him and slow him down a little bit. So we got a Posh, we got new store sales, we got old store sales. And already seeing results from my getting rid of my shipping on my media. So I upped everything by $1 and then put free shipping on and then took the sales off. So pretty much going to be about the same. I mean, making a little bit less. Like on a $6.99 free shipping, it's $1. It comes out to $1.67 profit. So just move all this low dollar stuff, and hopefully the whole theory is sell-through rate moves items. So if I've got more medium moving, then my higher dollar items should follow suit. We'll see if that happens. Get this out of the way. Just a baby's bucket hat sold on Posh for $6. Get out of the way. Alright, so let's see what's going on. So yesterday was kind of weak and slow. At first. And then when I got done with I got a nose hair tickling me. Got it. Then it started picking up in the evening, but then again shut down later in the... Oh, I deleted them all already. Ooh. There was a good chunk overnight that hours missed, but I already deleted all the emails, so can't go there right now. So we ended up making it on the US eBay site, old store, $707. Let's go look at the international eBay sites added. I apologize for everything right now. I just feel like crap. So we're at 6:30 a.m. this morning right now. But so 707 yesterday, with just the US. To all the other sites, $729. Total sales $729, up 47%. Selling cost 36.2%. Net sales $420, up 117% from the day before. That was yesterday. That was interesting. Okay, so 728 there. And the new store we made $86. So almost what, $800 day. So that's good. $800 day is good. I'll take that. $6. All right. We'll do some questions and comments real quick. And so I got the cards yesterday for card number 2. So I'm going to get those ready for June 1st release. So I'm going to get some pictures taken with it today with the belt, and I'll start promoting it, saying coming soon. Try to get more people anticipating it and wanting it. They only sent me the 100 this time, so I'm guessing the first time was because it was my first order, so they doubled it. So I only got 100 this time on the second one. If it's like the first, then that means it will sell out, because I sold over 100 of the first cards. Do I do any signed ones on this one? Are you guys over that? Should I do signed ones? If I do, I'm thinking maybe just 10 and do them at the $20 mark. Let me know if you're interested. What you think? If not, I'll just put them all up for the $9.99 and go from there. See, I think ads make you sell through worse because search is all stupid. I've had them off for at least a week, and my click-through and sell-through are back in the green. And now I'm getting normal amounts of offers instead of none. On the new store, everything I've sold since I turned on promotions has been promoted. I've sold no organic items on the new store since I turned promoted on. Found that interesting. Who thinks the economy is just crushing the average eBay buyer? They can hardly pay their rent and car payments here in the Northeast. Yeah, it does have some effect, but you got to think worldwide. Think, especially if you're doing international, think big. I've been experiencing eBay peeing on my boots and telling me it's raining for over 10 years. I'm afraid we are doomed to deal with eBay's incompetence until Elon buys it and delivers us from this nonsense. I don't think this is the type of thing Elon cares about. He ain't going to buy eBay. He's turning X into the all. He's talked about X for quite a while now, decade maybe, where he wants a platform that's everything. So if there's going to be selling on X. Like, if you want a competitor with eBay, I think X might eventually be like a competitor, at least another option for resellers in the future. If it's going, because he wants to make it a bank system and everything, so an all-in-one type of place. So I don't think it will include buying something like eBay, but I could be wrong. But I see him doing his own platform of some sort, integrating and integrating it into X. I agree with not playing eBay's game with promoting items and putting sellers against sellers. It's a greedy money grab. As for sales, the first statement here's what I'm saying. I'm going to say emotions, business. They don't mix. You got to do what's good for business. You can't put emotions into it. You think, greed, blah, 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 emotions. Sure, we all think that. But business is business. You either play the game or you're not in the game. So, unfortunately, can't bring emotions into business. You have to do what's right that puts money in your bank account. And business has always been a dog-eat-dog world. Always has been. Like a lot of people talk about, reselling is probably the only business out there where me and hundreds of others, if not thousands of others, give you the secrets to how to do the business. The trick is you got to put the work in. You can't just lollygag, and you can go out and buy the stuff, but if you're not, making yourself sit down, stand up, whatever, I stand, and list. Are you a reseller or are you just a buyer? The hardest part is not necessarily the knowledge. It's holding yourself accountable, not being lazy, not getting scatterbrained, not, you got to stay focused and diligent. It's very easy, especially working from home, to think you can relax a little bit because it's not a real job, quote unquote. The next thing you know, you can't make your house payment. You have to grind. You have to grind harder than if you were out there working for somebody. That's where a lot of people fail, in my opinion, is they don't put in the effort. They have 1,001 different excuses, or they want to, somebody to help them or somebody else to do the hard parts. No, you need to do it all. And then eventually, if you grow from that, yes, but you're already putting yourself behind the 8 ball if you don't do it yourself. And I'm not talking for an hour, 2 hours, 10 items, 20 items. I'm talking 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 50 items, 60 items, 70 items, 90 items, 100 items, grinding it out. If you're not willing to put that in, look at what you're getting out. So, you've got to grind. Rest of that statement is, as far as sales, well, we are in the middle of a recession, even though statistics don't say it yet. Normally takes a while for it to catch up. Actually, usually by time it's almost over. Yeah. Like I said, when it comes to the economy, yes, it's having an effect, but people still want to buy. They're just going to buy lower dollar items, cheaper items, hence maybe all the $5 offers we get like crazy on $25 items, $5, $20 items. Is it having an impact? Yes. Maybe 10 to 12, if we want to push it, 15%. But people still are going to get what they want to get, one way or another. And credit card, debt. Then that's when you start seeing the overlay of it past a recession or economic slowdown, is when people still wanted to buy during that period, and now they've taken on all this debt, and now they got to get caught up, and so it kind of stretches even longer for those people. So there's a lot to it. Then you can't just say it's one thing. especially when eBay doesn't work properly. So it's many different avenues and situations, and so you have to find a way to adapt to that. And if you don't, and during times like this, it just means you got to work harder than what I just talked about. You have to put in even more hours. If your livelihood's on the line, if your rent is due, I can't feel sorry for you if you're only putting in 1 hour a day, 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day. I can't feel sorry for somebody who is not grinding. And those are the type of people I help out, like monetarily and donation wise, are those people that are putting in the effort and it's just not quite working right, or they just, they hit a wall or whatever, but they're putting in 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, grinding it out. If you're not doing that, sure, you can complain about not making rent or whatever, but don't expect anybody to feel sorry for you if you're not putting in full-blown effort to do that. And I'm somebody who came from nothing, so I worked my ass off to get where I'm standing right now. I worked my ass off to be driving a Porsche. And, some of these people try to poke fun at that of some sort. I'm like, it's a positive thing. You can't poke fun at a positive thing. Worked my ass off to get here. So that's a reward. Rewards are not guilty. They're deserved. I put in my 16-hour days, sleeping 4 hours, still cleaning house, still raising kids. I put my time in. I deserve to be driving what I drive, because that's probably my biggest luxury besides my bike collection. I mean, hell, I'll still eat SpaghettiOs and meatballs for lunch, so. Let's see. These things just find you. Oh, yeah, the poster. If you didn't see I got like a 24 by 36 poster. Jan was coming home last night. She had like a 2-hour drive, so she came home. And she asked me if I could fill up her tank, because she's got to drive an hour and a half to work today and then an hour and a half back. So I went to the gas station, filled up her tank. And of course, I'm always looking in trash. So I look in the trash can and I'm like, what the hell is that? I look at it a little more and I don't see no stains, or it's not wet or anything. So I pull it out. It's a big old Jimi Hendrix poster. It's a reprint, but I looked it up last night, $15 to $20, but still, in the trash can at the gas station. It was kind of cool. And I started to go past the gas station because I was going to go to QT and get a frozen Coke, but it's like going on 10 o'clock and I'm tired. Like, if I get a frozen Coke, it's just going to keep me up all night, and I'm already tired, so I got to sleep. So I stopped at the Petrol Mart before QT and got rewarded for it with a free poster. Miss Lachey, how's it going? Not sure if it's true, but I heard somewhere that the big sellers offering all the free shipping were going to be losing their bulk shipping discount, or it's being reduced. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I do know that some of those low dollar companies, where they're doing like $3.99, $4.99, and the common one was $5.99, and still is. But I saw a couple of companies doing $6.99 with free shipping. So I saw a couple of companies up their dollar from $5.99 to $6.99. So I had no problems doing the same thing. So not going race to the bottom per se, but enough to compete a little bit and hope to sell more. So But yeah, if that happens, that'll help level the playing field for sure. The way I kind of looked at it too is because of you guys using my Giro Pack link below if you need bubble mailers or poly bags. My CD supplies are free for me now. So that's 10 cents a piece that I'm saving. So that, why not use that to my advantage and help, take advantage of it basically, and give more of the discount to the buyer than to eBay, because I'm not promoting any of these. Anything below $10 is not being promoted when it comes to media. So James, did you see your email earlier from Macari? They are changing back to the old return policy. We won the battle. I couldn't tell you what the old one was, what the change was. I don't keep up with Macari. But yeah, I did see the emails. James, all of the items in your new store are less than 30 days old. So since everything is fresh, there should be more visibility. You would think, and like I said, I've sold no organic. They've all been promoted. So, but you would think that I would at least have one organic. And that's a question mark. So yeah, other than having a separate store, are you planning to do anything different to the new store to test things out with clothing? Not really. Not with with hats. And I'm still on the fence there. But I'm thinking maybe shoes. So all clothing from here on out is going up into the new store. None's going into the old store. I've got about 570 pairs of shoes in my old store, and I sell about 22 a month. So almost one shoe a day, average. But shoes are probably one of my least favorite things to put up. So I'm thinking maybe I put those in the new store, see how they react, as opposed to hats. I put some hats up. I sold one. I put about 20 hats in there so far. And then I'm like, maybe I don't do hats yet. I do like it because I can cross-post those onto Poshmark also. But so yet last night when I was thinking, I'm like, maybe I just do shoes and hats to start off with and see if I sell more shoes in the new store. And then I can also cross-post those to Poshmark, because shoes always did pretty well for me on Poshmark when I listed them. So I think you should consider keeping t-shirts and hats in your old store, since it was one of your top sellers there. I believe the algo picks up this and pushes those items. Yeah, that's the one reason I was thinking the hats, because they've always been number one in my old store. So that's why I was kind of on the fence and leaning back to maybe I don't do hats. That's one of the big reasons there. But shoes are never even up in my top sellers on the old store. So I think I can go shoes into the new store also, and it'd be all right. T-shirts were just kind of newer coming up because I started really focusing on them. So I don't think that's going to really hurt too much if I just take the focus and put those into the new store. And they're the foundation item in my new store. Like I've always talked about, I like having that foundation item you can get abundance of really cheap and will sell all day, every day. T-shirts is that. So to have that foundation item in my new store, I think that's an okay sacrifice. Hopefully a pattern will arise in your new store after a couple of months so you can determine what to focus on more. Women's jeans, sweatshirts. Yeah. And I posted my card for the Reseller series. And that is awesome. A collection of resellers. Why not? I'd buy them. And then a comment to that. Anyone watching, subscribing, or commenting on an eBay YouTuber's channel has the collecting gene. Ain't that the truth? All right. This whole thing with getting a new store and noticing an improvement in sales only shows you that eBay is really putting in some kind of system that is attacking the older sellers. Or it's just a on older servers, they're not to them yet. I mean, if we're not on the inside, it's all speculation, right? Because why didn't they just make a feature where we could take our old store while keeping most of our data, but switch over to the new format so the algorithm viewed as is the new store? Yeah. I hope it's not intentional. I hope it's the back of the line. It's the oldest building. It's if you put a bunch of stuff in the closet, stuff in the far back is going to be the oldest. That's the way I'm kind of viewing it. Trying to stay positive about the viewpoint. But you never know. You can't trust politicians. You can't trust business people. So you never know. All right, let me do some shipping here. Thanks, everybody. I haven't said thanks in a while. Just all the comments, likes, subscribes, all the good stuff. I'm getting ready to hit 18,700 probably today. I'm at 699 right now. So thank you guys for everything. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated. And still unbelievable to me in many aspects. So 16 were shipped last night. All right, new store. First up, we got the Hound dog food. Cool trucker hat. I sold for $18. Purchase shipping labels. Headed to Arkansas. I gotta do a supply order today. I must. Okay, that goes down to 6. Billy, don't you lose my number, 'cause you're not anywhere. And then the item I pulled last night, he didn't ship. The City Truck and Trailer Parts vintage jacket. Sold for $17.49. Headed to Pennsylvania. I didn't even tell you what I've done on my... Or did I? Maybe I did. Let's see. I don't remember. Say my numbers for today so far. I think I did. And that is 7. And then we go 10, 12. Glenn. Review purchases. Glasses. Print labels. Scan form. Boink. 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 All right. So we're at 7 a.m. I'm at $82 at 7 a.m. That's not bad compared to having an overnight shutdown. Okay. Order in the court. Oh, wow. I've already sold 2 more items. A naughty pillow, something Jan would have picked up, a Christmas pillow, like 22 inches long, says naughty on it, sold for $17.50. And then a hoodie that's been in my store for like 7+ years, sold for $7. Nice. So I think everything else is pulled. Let's find out. So that makes 22 orders for the old store. See how many international combined orders. Do that. That's another thing too. Doing the free shipping. Don't have to worry about the combined orders anymore on those. They can just add them to cart and they're all going to come up free, at least for US. And the thing about it is I'm going to make more money the more they add, because instead of $4.20, they're going to be paying $6.99. So the bulk sales will generate me more money. So that'll be good. But then don't have to worry about the combined crap not working. And I also changed the international. I brought it down. I took the first one up $1, $13.99, but then made each additional $1 instead of $2 in hopes that it would help the international buyers also. So we got 1 order going to Australia, and that's it. And remove. All right, let's get going here. First up, we've got, this one was older, so it's plus shipping. 13 days DVD sold for $4 plus shipping. This was bought before I changed everything. And I'm definitely going to have to order some more stuff from Zero Pack, because I've got a feeling I might need more of these. Oh, how many items did it go up to yesterday? So as you know, I've been pushing like 30 for the past week, right? So hopefully this will uptick all that. So 47 yesterday, 28 promoted, 19 organic. I like that number. That's a good starting number. I like that. The lower stuff's not going to be promoted, which means it'll show up organic, have more organic sales, which will hopefully push more promoted sales. We'll see. We'll see how it works. All right. 5, 6 by 9 by 1. And that's going to Virginia. Timothy. Whoops. I black dotted me. Okay, I need to make some room here. You gotta go on the floor till I'm ready for you. I need some room here. I want to sell so much that I have to have a bigger table. Maybe layered table. Underneath, on top, underneath. We can like, oh, sorry. Next up, we've got Jacobus Energy. Jacobus? Something. Mobile fueling. Sold for $10.50, headed to Burlington, North Carolina. North Carolina. I need to explore more of the North Carolina side of the Smoky Mountains. Next time I'm out that way. 6. Eli, uh-oh. Eli, uh-oh. Next up, we've got a cassette tape for Living Color. Stained. Love that red came in originally. Sold for $7. That'd be with free shipping probably. Yes, free shipping. Headed to Arkansas. So that'll be $1.67 profit in the pocket. And that's not bad if you think about it. With all this low dollar stuff I have, if I can get $1.67 in my pocket per item, I mean, that's not bad. Actually, it'll be a little bit more, since the closer it is, the little bit more I'll make, because of the shipping costs will go down. So, at least for now. That won't last long, I'm sure. Next up, we got Vitamin C cassette single. Sold for $7. Headed to Washington. $1.67 in me pocket, in me pocket, in me pocket. $1.67 in me pocket. Boink, boink. Maurice. Maurice. If you want to play the low dollar game, you got to play the low dollar game. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it now. Next up, we got this cool Obey hat. Kind of gives you that eBay vibe, don't it? Sold for $14, headed to Colorado. And of course, everything else will be with shipping. Yep. Not even thinking about going free shipping on stuff. Just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, at least not today or tomorrow. Or anytime in the near future. Next up, Depswa, Two Angels in a Dream. CD. Sold for $7, headed to New Mexico. Well, there's New Mexico. We were talking about nothing to New Mexico in a while. There we go. Alan. There we go. Next up, Rage CD. Ghosts. I wonder if this is on Spotify. I gotta remember to check that today. Sold for $10, free shipping, headed to Las Vegas. Boom, 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 boom. Jeff. Yeah. When you love what you do so much, and like pulling the items and shipping the items, it just, within me, it's like an adrenaline rush. The endorphins or whatever, it just starts kicking in. It starts making you excited. And, the totally opposite of when you're getting no sales, right? It kind of demotivates you and you're just like, and you're pissy and, been there. So the way I'm kind of looking at it, yeah, okay, it's $1.67 profit. It's better than $1 profit, but also it's motivating me to work because at least stuff's moving. So Public Enemy cassette tape. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Sold for $4 plus shipping. So this must have been one that was bought beforehand. Headed to Colorado. So that's like my lowest I was taken at the time. So it's about $1.49 less for the $7 items. So all it's going to take is doubling my amount of sold. To be ahead of the game, basically. So if I was sold 100 CDs a month, now the goal would be 200 CDs a month. Enrique. Or something like that. Next up, we've got 0 by 0 CD. Sold for $7. Headed to California. And then also, like, the thought process is just to, how many of you shop by lowest when you shop for stuff? I know I do. Well, now I've got thousands of items that's going to show up right near the lowest, where I didn't before. That in turn could not just sell those low dollar items, but drive more traffic into the store that may result in other sales. So I know it may sound like I'm selling myself on this, but I'm only stating facts. Or, because, it's going to drive more sales or more traffic to the store 100%, which could, in turn, make somebody go, ooh, what's this? And go through the hats and buy a hat, too. So it's possible. It's possible. And then that more traffic to the store, maybe more items get clicked on, more items get pushed up in the algorithm. That's how it works, right? The algorithm, supposedly. The numbers won't lie. So that's what you get here is all numbers. So, well, not just all numbers, but all numbers and then some. America Knows How to Party t-shirt sold for $9.50, headed to New York. When you think about making changes, you have to think about the repercussions of those changes, right? The positives, the negatives. Does the positives outweigh the negatives? So me going back to free shipping to at least try it, the positives outweighed the negatives. The negatives, $1.50 less in my pocket per item. But one item is $1.67 profit, so just doubling the piece count. Is all it will take to make up that difference. Plus those other things I just talked about, being the lowest on thousands of items, in turn could drive more traffic to the store, which could in turn pop things up higher in the algorithm, which means your store has a higher sell-through rate, conversion rate, which may get pushed better also on top of it. Harem Scarum Rocks CD sold for $10, headed to Virginia. So, if the numbers go up, then that will be the truth teller. If they stay the same, then we know it's not working. Monica. But if you want to stay in the game, you got to try different things. So can't be afraid. And you can't let your emotions get involved. Are you ready for a CD lot? Mary Griffin 2 promo CD singles. Been in the store for 6+ years. This one actually had shipping. Wonder why. So I think these were just bought, weren't they? Oh, maybe not. $11.50 and $7. I know there was some that didn't convert because I guess they had offers out or something, so they didn't convert over. But these could have been bought beforehand also. But anyway, headed to Township of Washington, New Jersey. Seven, two, Ralph. At least the pressure's starting to really go down in my head, so that's good. U2, the best of CD, sold for $7, headed to Utah. That's only a 4, yay. Lucille. The crops in the field. I've had some bad times, been through some sad times. This time the hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Something like that. Next up, direct hit. Oop, that needs resurfaced. Volume 7, sold for $15, headed to Texas. Texas. Do not seal, James, needs resurfaced. Only a 4, so that's good. 396. Damn. Next up, we've got Lefton China, hand painted from 1985. We got a little clown. Sold for $12, headed to the Bronx. I did not grab a box for this, so pardon me while I grab a box. Pee-wee? You. P to the wee. P to the wee wee. P to the wee. Poke the eye out. P to the wee is in the house. Fluffy face. My fluffy face. I think enough of you guys have said that you want trading cards with the puppies on it to make it affordable, or not affordable, but a profitable thing. So I will work on that next. I will get a Pee-wee card, a Courtney card, and a Vern Memorial card. Not going nowhere yet. He's gotten a lot better. Like, he hasn't marked anything in quite a while. He doesn't try to run out the front door anymore. He knows his limitations in the yard. Just got to make sure there's no animals out there, because he will go after them. But yeah, he's been. He don't jump on anybody anymore when they come in the door, so he's learned that. He don't jump on the bed no more. And we keep everything that smells like food off the counters. So he even grabbed a Scott towel the other day out of the trash can, because Jan, I guess, wiped her hands after eating, threw it in her little trash can. He pulled it out and started eating it. I'm like, no. Oh, just missed it. So he's really coming into his own. I gave him your Apoquil. Why are you itchy? Alrighty, we got a nice distressed, kind of stained up hat. Tarpoof, beef at its finest. Sold for $8, headed to Louisiana. Still hoping that with better pricing on the media that I would have more sell overnight now. Daniel. I think that'll be kind of a proof, like a little bit harder proof that there's a shutdown overnight. Like if I'm selling 70 items a day, but yet nothing between 10 p.m. and freaking 10 a.m. and just a whole blank space, I think it's going to be pretty obvious that the stuff's not seen at that time. I think there'll be less people that will question it or disagree with it. Next up, we got this Maine hoodie. Sold for $9, headed to New York. He loves laying on my feet. Leave your paw alone. He like chews on his pads when you don't have the Apoquel in them. So I've been trying to cut him back on it and do a half in the morning and half at night. So it seems like there's maybe a couple of hours before the tablet that he kind of starts sliding. J. Next up, we've got this Kenny Rogers, some tour books, a lot of 3. I thought these would go for more, but apparently there's not a big demand for Kenny even after his death. So those sold for $8. Can I get them in here nicely? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Need to go down 1. I need a blank spot filler. Stop chewing on your foot, please. No more war. April 2031. No more skies and no more trees. April 2031. No more oxygen to breathe. April 2031. Okay, 113. We got like 14 by 14. No, it's still 12. Todd. Next up, we've got, dude, you're right in my way. Star Wars droid kit. Build a droid, I guess. That sold for $28. Headed to Florida. I got that and part of a lot from the friend who does the toy shows. Whatever he doesn't sell at a toy show, he'll eventually sell to me. And that was one of them for a nice $28. By 12 by 6. I'm stepping all over you because you're in my way. 411. All right, Michelle. Well. You just can't tell. Well, my Michelle. And last U.S. item, we've got, are you ready for a hat lot? Yeah. A couple of hats here. $5 and $5.50. Headed to Tucson, Arizona. Get in there, panda. It's the panda. Eric, E-R-I-K. All right, let's get these printed out. Review purchase house. Confirm it. Dude, stop licking on your paw, please. Printed as. I'm gonna keep bothering you. If you're gonna lay here and you ain't licking on your paw. You're not chewing on that paw, boy. Not with me here. Nice spread out. He's like wrapped around the corner. My goofball. My goofball. Oh, man. Definitely gonna need wake-up juice today. Get me some sugar, caffeine. I can't do coffee. I can't do any hot liquids. I cannot do hot liquids. It's just... I can do hot on the outside with bathing and stuff, but I cannot do hot going on the inside. But they say, you know, it's good for your digestive system and that. Like you hear about the old people who used to, like your great-great-grandma or whatever, would every morning would drink a cup of hot water type of thing. Never looked into the science. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I never really looked into the details. See if that was actually a thing. A science thing, that is. And where the hell did that dude come from? What's his name? The Empire guy. Played the Empire show? The dad? The mogul guy? Dude, where the hell did he come from? Did you see him? I haven't watched the whole thing yet. On Joe Rogan. I had no idea that dude was that intellectually, like, fascinating. Maybe I'll put that on today and watch that. Listen to that whole thing. Because that dude was making some good points. One thing I've always questioned is, like, my theory was always there was definitely life on Mars at one time, right? But how did the sun get close enough to sustain the life, et cetera, et cetera? What was different about Mars that, you know? But then he threw the theory out that, well, it's not a theory that he says the Earth, all the planets are moving away from the sun. it's a very slow thing. It took the Earth to get in this position like hundreds of trillions of years. But his theory is that being that they are moving away from the sun, they were birthed from the sun, which means Mars was in the place that Earth is in at one time. Which means the Earth will eventually move out of that spot and Venus will move into that spot. Very interesting stuff. If you love that kind of stuff, what Terrence is his name, I think. It was on Joe Rogan podcast. Terrence Howard. If you love that kind of stuff, check his stuff out. I'm talking mind-blowing stuff that kind of makes sense on a lot of it. I loved it because it opened my eyes up to a whole different spectrum of ideas. How I've always said before, I never wanted to listen to other people's ideas because I don't want them to taint my own. But you know what? I'm 50 years old. It's time to start tainting my own ideas so I can come up with some new ones. But dude has my mind freaking teeming with ideas and life, and not life, well, life, but teeming with ideas and theories and stuff now. It really got me mentally stimulated. And then I got one international. Are you ready for a cassette live? 2 Aerosmith cassette singles. Headed to Australia. Sold for $10.30. Whoa, 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 dude, you just knocked all that stuff over. Dude, you can't fit through places you can't fit through. Butthead. He just wags his tail. What'd I do? It's so funny. Alright, 3, 10, 28. Don't go left, not right. Thank you. Ba, 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 ba. But yeah, definitely worth. I gotta check out the whole thing. All right, let's see. End of day international. 4 yesterday, 1 today. So that means we've got, oh wait, I didn't do the other eBay one yet. Print scan form. Or did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so we got 20. 36, 38 with the Posh is 39, 40, 44 items getting dropped off today. 44. See if anything's sold. So we're at 730, $97 at 730. So, all right. That is all for now. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.